Hello, everybody! How's it going? It's good to see the Hollies here. It's good to see Isabella here. I'm not going to try with the last name. I've been working on it, Isabella. I've been working on it. One day I'm going to pronounce it perfectly, but I'm not quite there yet. Oh, my camera's adjusted. How's it going? You may notice I'm in shorts today. It's because it's literally 120 degrees in this room, and I'm going to probably pass out with exhaustion if I don't do that. But just for weapons class, just for today, I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Maybe you're wearing a tank top at home. That's all good. Most classes, Taekwondo classes, I would like you guys to wear a uniform just to get yourself in the idea and the mind state of Taekwondo. If you're wearing casual clothes, it's easy to think that the class is casual. That being said, this is a weapons class, so it is kind of casual. All right, face me. Yeah. Face your maybe friend that you're working with. Maybe it's your parent. Chariot. Kunye. All right, so today is our final day of bow staff. Final day. So I'm going to teach you guys how to create a form, and I would like to see a brand new form on your own. It'll be quite fun. Next week, we're going to be working on a screama. Now, we're going to go through basic strikes, counters, stuff like that. We're going to talk about 4 count, danda, 6 count. So if you, let's say, just got your red belt, your name is Nicole, or maybe you're a Chodan Bow, and you need to work on some screama, be here next week. We're going to be working on a lot of different fun and cool things. Also, if you have a partner that can do it with you, see if you can get them for next week as well. That's going to help you out quite a bit. My partner is going to be Bob, but having another person here is useful. With all that being said, let's get started. So, to get started today, all we're going to do is talk about your chunbi of bow staff. Your chunbi. So you may think chunbi's here. This is not quite correct. This is chariot position. Now, when you bow, I have a question. I want to see if you guys can answer it properly. When you bow, does your bow go with you, or do you keep it up and down? Answer the question now. The answer is it stays where it's at. Because if it goes with you, you're going to hit the person behind you. After you bow, you need to go into chunbi, just like we do in a normal form. However, to do that, it's a little bit more complicated than chunbi. Here's what I do. I'm going to bring my bow up, rotate it around, and catch here. That's my chunbi. Now, I make this look easy, but let's break it down step by step. So, first, make sure you have your number 1 finger here. Wrap it around the bottom, almost like you can point it to the sky, then point it down to the ground. Keep it by your hips. From here, you're going to point this number 1 finger up to the sky. Now, this is hiding behind my bow staff. Your palm should be forward. Hide that number 1 finger. Once you're there, you're going to point it back down, but you need to make sure that your palm still is facing forward. Once that's all lined up, you're just going to take your other hand, slide it behind the bow staff, and grab. Notice how both palms are forward. When done fast, you can slide your hand in as you catch. Let me do it on the other side so it looks properly. Ooh, I messed that one up. I go up, palm, point down, here. Other side. Other side. Palm up. Ooh. Palm up. Point back down. Catch. This is our chunbi position. So let's try it again. Without the bow, point my finger and palm up. Point it back down to the ground. Other hand catches. So palm forward, facing me. Number 1. Down. Catch. Again. 1, 2, 3. 1 motion, there. Try this a couple of times. So before we create our form, this is a very important setup for you guys to know. If you don't know this, it's kind of like you don't know traditional bow staff, right? So for here, we bow, we come up. Try it again. Final time. Cool. Now, if you don't know this super well, work on it at home. You get it really, really fast down the more you practice. The first time it's going to feel weird. I'm telling you that right now. It's going to feel weird, and that's okay. So I'm here. I bow. Now I need to start creating my form. Now, you should understand that there's 2 different types of forms you guys can create. You can create a creative form. A creative form meaning that you have anything you want. You can do whatever you want as long as it looks cool and it presents and shows off the skills of a bow staff. Then you also have a traditional form. A traditional form means that you do mostly strikes, but both hands or one hand should always remain on the bow staff. So if you toss it, that's no longer a traditional form. Figure 8s are traditional because both hands can be on the bow staff, right? But the second I let go, I'm no longer doing a traditional form. Not only that, most traditional forms don't have a lot of spins to it, they just have more striking and striking comboing. So to get started, I want you to choose. Do you want to toss? Do you want to do cool things? Do you want to make it more interesting? Or body rolls also include, you have to let go to do them, creative form. Or do you want to make it more traditional? If you want to do more traditional, great. Awesome, that's going to help guide your form. If you want to do more creative, that's going to help guide your form too. So you bow, you come here. The first thing that I'm going to have you do, and you're going to do this with me, is I want you to choose 5 strikes. So whether you're doing creative or traditional, you still need striking, and I want you to do 5 strikes. Here's how I want you to do it. Slow strike, so something that's concentrated. This can be either a block or a strike, sorry. And then I want you to do 3 medium strikes into 1 very hard or striking motion. So a good example is bam, bam, or bam. Maybe you're coming up and you're going. Something that you can end powerful and you can key up on. So 1 slow, 3 medium, 1 powerful. I want you to take some time to create that form. Remember, you're starting from here. So while you're doing this, I'm going to create a form, and if you're like, man, Mr. Nick, I don't want to create a form today, just copy mine. Practice the things that I do. So my first strike is I'm going to go low into a front stance and do a leg sweep. Now, I'm going to do that again. I'm here, I bow. I drop this hand down. I circle this hand around. That's my slow strike. So I'm going or block. From here, I need 3 fast strikes. I'm going to choose to go up, diagonal, and if you want to add a 4th, you can. Up, diagonal, and I'm going to go side flip. So my whole combo there is From here, I just need to add 1 powerful strike, and we're going to go stab. So I just created my first section of my form. Again, I bow, I'm up, I move, circle. After the circle, strike, 1, 2, 3. Let's do this one more time. Yours may look like this, yours may not. You may still be creating it, that's okay. I'm going to give you another minute or so to do it. I bow, if you're done, practice. I come up to Chunbi, I begin. Circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Aya. Cool. Now that you've created that, and if you haven't yet, don't worry, you'll still have time to do so. You want to add some dynamicism to it. What I'm saying is you need to make it interesting. You need to add movement to it. So if I just go forward, it's boring. Can you think of any form where you just go forward the entire time? Yeah, you can't, because we want to add different heights, different angles, different spots. Now, if you're creating a creative form, a good way to do this is always thinking diagonals. Because a diagonal is always going to be interesting. You're both facing the crowd and to the side. For example, there. This is interesting. But if I go completely sideways, it's almost like you're disconnected from the form. Same thing if I go completely forwards. It's kind of like I'm only looking at you, it's not very cool. So, if you're doing a creative form, try to add diagonal angles to your strikes. If you're doing a traditional form, traditional forms go side to side, make it side to side. I'm doing more of a creative form today, so I'm going to add angles to the things that I already have. So I'm going to step out diagonal, and I'm actually going to decide that I still want to do this forward. But as I continue, as I do these side strikes, I'm going to change it to this angle. And then from here, I'm going to step, bam. So now I've made my first 5 strikes a bit more interesting. Bow, up, circle, Aya! This is gonna come the part where if you guys watched the past several weeks, this is gonna be easy for you guys to come up with a combo. If you've not watched the past several weeks, this may be a bit more difficult. You are now going to add some sort of flair. Flair means adding something interesting, not just striking, but some sort of movement. If you've been here the past several weeks, you learned the triple spin, you've learned thumb rolls, you've learned unicorn spins, you've learned wrist rolls, elbow rolls, you've learned neck rolls, you may even learned your shoulder roll into a neck roll. You're going to take those, and I want you to do 3 flare elements. If you're doing a traditional form, you can still add flare. But your flare just needs to make sure that you're always grabbing the bow staff. So a good example is figure eights, inverse figure eights, and you can add strikes onto there. You also have your, you can still do a triple spin in a sense. Some other flare ideas, so you don't really let go of the bow staff very often, is swinging at the ends, stuff there. Even adding kicks is flare, right? Because it's not a bow staff anymore. Man, I need to change the auto adjust on that. I'll do that for next classes. Sorry if it's coming in and out of focus. So, you're going to add 3 elements of flare. I'm doing a creative form, so my flare is going to be very tossy and spinny. However, your flare may not be. You could go, you just did a staff here. You could go figure 8, strike, helicopter, inverse figure 8, strike. That's 3 elements of flare, right? Or maybe you go front kick, side kick, figure 8, down. That's a traditional form in itself. I never let go of the bow staff. If you're watching me, here's going to be ours. It's going to be a bit harder. I circle forward. Also, when you add the flare, add angles to it. Don't do it after, add it now. Side flip, stab. From here, I feel like I'm doing a lot of things this way, so I want to go that way diagonally. So I'm going to take this stab, I'm going to do a neck roll, and from this neck roll, I'm going this way to do it. I'm going to strike, figure 8, strike, helicopter, strike. So that's my flare. I do my thing. Aya! Neck roll, going in this direction. Strike, strike, strike. So far I have a couple of combos. Let's practice this. Let's practice this. If you weren't in the class on neck rolls and you're doing what I'm doing, the main thing you just need to remember if you're struggling with this, switch your feet, bend your chest over your knee, take your opposite hand, so your right or left hand, go across your neck, rest it on your neck, grab it with your other hand. Strike. So if you don't know this, go through it slowly with me. Let's practice 3 times. If you're already done, cool, practice. If you're not done, take this time. I bow. Also, I should mention, Glenn, Dan, Holly, if you guys are still watching here, you guys can create this form by yourself. You guys can create a duo form, both doing it. All right, so I'm going to start. I'm here. Circle. Aya! Aya! All right, I'm going to practice one more time, and then we'll move on to the next section. I bow. Ready, and begin. Aya! 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 All right, so now that we got a little bit of flair, we need to add some sort of trick. So if you're in a traditional form, trick. Trick would be a cartwheel, a roll, maybe it is some sort of tornado kick. If you're doing a traditional form, you want to add some sort of kick. So every trick comes from a kick, right? Even a cartwheel. There's always a kick motion to it. If you're doing a traditional form, you don't do tricks, you do kicks. So for example, I end my form here. Now I can go front kick, side kick, where I go front kick, crescent kick, axe kick. I don't know. You're going to add 3 kicks, 2 kicks, some sort of kick to it. If you're doing a creative form, you're going to add some sort of trick, a cartwheel roll. I'm going to add 1 kick and 1 trick to it. So I just finished here. I need to add some sort of trick. I'm going to do trick or kick next. I'm going to add a cartwheel. So I'm going to turn the direction. I'm going to cartwheel forward. And then finally, I need to add some sort of kick. So I'll do a 180 hook kick land. So now I'm starting to create a very stellar form. We're not quite done yet, but we're very close to being done. So let's do that whole motion 3 times. Let's practice it 3 times. If you're at home, practice yours, what you came up with. I bow. I come up. I circle. Aya! Aya! part, so if you struggle with the 180 hook and you're here and you're doing my form, do a step and spin hook kick towards this direction, then do your cartwheel. So if you don't want to do a 180 hook, you can do a step and spin hook kick. Let me practice one more time. I bow, up, circle. Aya. Aya. Now you can do your step and spin hook. Cartwheel. Aya. All right. So now we're going to be moving on to some of the last parts of our creative form. We're now going to add a flurry, some sort of fast move. Now, if you're in a traditional or creative form, you're always going to have this flurry. So a good example is there's a thing called the Tokyo combo, or Tokyo flurry, where you're here. You go up, down, side, side, poke, leg scoop. This is meant to be done fast. This is from a traditional form. So your goal is to come up with 5 or 6 moves. More than 4 moves, less than 10 moves that you can do really, really fast. I always like to make my flurries charging, meaning that I'm moving forward as I do it. Obviously with better stances. But you don't have to. You can make your flurry going backwards. You can be stationary as you do your flurry, just like the Tokyo combo. Make sure you have some sort of dynamicism to it, meaning that you're not just... If you were here on our striking class, this actually should be relatively easy, right? You already know 6 strikes that you can combine into a flurry. Well, more than 6. Upward strikes on both sides. We'll count that as 1. Diagonal strikes on both sides. So here, diagonal, diagonal, that's 2. Inverse diagonal strikes, so coming up, that's 3. And you guys can practice doing both of these in this combo. In this combo, you got your side strikes here, where you're hitting. I know why it's auto-focusing, because it's focusing on the bow. Let me go a bit diagonal so it doesn't do that. Your side strikes there, that's 5. And you got them on both sides. You got your flip down, that's 6. So coming from here, flip, that's a strike. That's 6. Now you got, finally, your pokes. And then you got your pokes. I'm not sure if I showed you a couple other ones. Oh, I showed you a helicopter too. Helicopter. So that is a total of 7 or 8 strikes that you can use to develop this combo. Just pick 4 or 5 of them and throw them together and see if they work well. So right now you're creating your combo. You don't have to listen to me talk. You guys can just create it while I'm talking. You guys should know me by now. If you listen to me talk this entire time, then you're not going to get very far. All right. By the way, it's good to see Kaylin's here. So I'm going to choose my strike. So I end here, right? I do my spin hook kick cartwheel, or I do my cartwheel turning hook. From here, I'm going to do 6 strikes, and I'm going to drive forward. My 6 strikes are going to go inverse diagonal up, down, side flip, and then I need to do one more. I'm going to go up diagonal. So that's a flurry, and I'm going to add steps on every 2 strikes. So I'm here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, aya. So add your flurry into your form. So let me practice again. Inverse diagonal, down, step, side flip, step up diagonal. That's my flurry. One more time. Inverse diagonal up, down, side flip, down, up, down, done. All right, so practice your entire form once. Do it kind of slow motion. Bow, up, circle, aya. Your form's going to be different than my form, and that's okay. Turn. Oh, I did turn. Aya. Neck roll, strike. Figure 8, strike. Helicopter, strike. Then I turn the other direction. I do a step in. Spin hook kick. Cartwheel. Down. Now I do my flurry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Aya. From here, the final part of your form, you need to add, either if you're a traditional person or a creative person, some final bit of flair, tricking, something fun, right? If you're a traditional person, you need to add 4 powerful strikes. Now, you don't have to do 4 straight powerful strikes, but 4 things that add a lot of emphasis to your form. Now, this could be kicks, this could be flair, but at the end of the day, it just needs to be powerful. It doesn't just need to be that. You can go, aya, 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 aya. I don't really care. You just need 4 powerful moves. You can put any sort of glue in there that you want. Also, my suggestion for all the creative and traditional people, add some sort of block in there too. I should have said add some block before the flare. That's my bad. I also should have said add some blocks before the 5 combo here. So there, probably should have added one. And that's fine, that's fine. But make sure you add some sort of block in there. Creative people, start working on your final bit of flair. My suggestion is always combine 2 bits to make this flare. So a good interesting idea is doing a thumb roll. Ooh. Doing a thumb roll into a wrist roll. Or going an elbow roll. We worked on that the other day. I'm being really sloppy today. I grabbed a blank bow staff to show that you can do it with any bow staff and then I'm messing up. But you could go an elbow roll into a wrist roll. An elbow roll into a thumb roll. Your triple spin into a thumb roll, into a unicorn spin, into a inverse figure 8, into a inverse wrist roll, into a neck roll, into a shoulder, into neck roll. I don't really care, but add some flair to it. I'm going to start to add my flair to my form. So, I just finished, and remember where you end, because that's going to help you. I'm here. Aya! I want to make sure that I do this flair facing towards the judges or facing towards the audience. So I'm going to add some sort of spin first. I'm going to take my left hand, put it behind my back, take my right foot around, step back around into a thumb roll. So again, I'm here, bring it behind my back. As I do that, step to show my back, step to show my front, thumb roll. One more time. There. From here, I want to add some sort of body roll or hand roll motion. So after my thumb roll, I'm going to add a inverse hand roll there. Before I come down, and also I always end with a strong strike. I'm going to come forward, so even on a creative form. I'm going to bring it around. I'm going to bring it above my head. I may add a little spin here for interesting strike. Or if you guys are copying my form and you don't know that yet, after you do your wrist roll here, bring it around, just bring it above your head, straight down strike. If you do know this, maybe you're a little bit more advanced, hand roll, strike. Sometimes black belts watch these classes, so a black belt may be able to pick that up, or if you're a red belt or brown belt, you may struggle a bit. Then from there, I keep, end of form, end of form. So let's practice that one flair combo. Then let's practice the entire form together. If you are creating your own form, keep doing this with me. Go through it, and then we'll add some more interest at the end. So I'm right here. I went. I step behind. Thumb roll. Wrist roll. Hand roll. End of form. Now, you may be asking, some of the creative forms I've seen are a lot longer than this. You will get a chance to create a longer form for your black belt test. If you guys go to tournaments though, my suggestion is always maybe add one more section there, but you always want to make it short. The longer the form is, the more likely you are going to mess up, and the more likely you're going to lose interest from judging. So if you guys can make it an interesting, long form that you can always 100% do, go for it. But for right now, I see, Nicole's in chat, Kaylin's in chat, Isabella. You guys, your brown belts, don't make it too hard on yourself. So if you guys are going to be doing creative forms in the future, working on this on like a competitive team, this is what you want. It's short and sweet. Let's do the entire form that we created this class. Ready? Face me. Chariot. Kunye. Ready, position, and begin. Aya! 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 Pretty simple, right? Nothing too complicated, but this is how you create it. If you guys were on demo team, I would have done the same thing with you. I'd be guiding you a bit more, but this is what you do. So, you guys are all officially, or getting close to be demo team members. If you are a demo team member, guess what? We're starting demo team back up, and this is going to be one of your challenges to either create a traditional or a creative form. You guys will have to create music and all that stuff, so it'll be fun. But if you're on demo team, this is going to be a large element. You watching this class will get you a step ahead. Let's practice our form one more time before we end class. I'm going to do my form full speed. Are you ready? Face me. Chariot. Kunye. Ready position. Ready? Begin. Aya! 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 And bow. That's the end of the form. That's what I created today. Hopefully you guys created just as good as a form. Maybe it's a little different. Maybe it looks exactly the same. Maybe it's a traditional form. I love it all alike. Feel free to send me those videos. I would love to watch them and critique them. Also, if your name's Kaylin, you get a chance to be on demo team soon here. I'm going to talk about tryouts. Nicole, you're already on demo team, but you should know that you're going to have to try out with one more creative form. So maybe you do this form that you created today. Also, before you guys leave, I know you guys stopped in to say hi. Say bye before you leave. That's something that I always forget to do. Kaylin often does it, and I just never say bye. So take this opportunity. Say goodbye. Ask me any questions that you have on this week going forward. I got a lot of, oh my goodness, a lot of new things that we're changing up training with. Don't worry, it doesn't impact your training. We're just going to be adding more classes, doing YouTube in a different way, a different style. Also, sparring class is back this week. I missed last week, but sparring class is back this week. So a lot of fun things. Let me know. Next week is Eskrima. I will see you guys next time. Say bye before you leave. I'm still going to be here for another minute or so. All right. Yeah, so since you guys are here, I want to give you an inside scoop of what this week's going to look like. Instead of doing YouTube filmed classes where I take the camera up top and then you guys watch the class while it's being done, what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to film curriculum. That'll be 10 to 15 minutes for you guys to practice at home. I'm going to film a warm-up and I'm going to film a workout, but all three will be 15 minutes. So if you're a brown and red belt, you watch the warm-up, you watch the curriculum class, and then you watch the workout. So you guys can build your own class in a sense. If you're feeling like, man, I don't really want to warm up, I want to stretch out, you can watch the stretch out. If you're thinking, man, I don't really want to warm up or stretch out or work out, I just want to work on curriculum, you just watch the curriculum section. So at the end of the day, you guys are going to build your own class. What I've been trying to do is just kind of force a class online, and I don't feel like it works one-to-one super well. There's a lot of things that are hard to do at home. There's a lot of things that is difficult to stay focused with. When you're in class, it's easy. When there's an instructor watching you, it's easy. But when you do it at home, it's almost impossible. So this is my new style of training. We'll be doing that. Also, the other cool, exciting announcement, the end of class today. I am going to be looking into, we're actually already looked into it. I just need one more yes. We've asked like so many people in the town of Parker on getting this to work, and it's kind of been like, oh, go to talk to this person, talk to this person, talk to this person, and I'm at the final person, I assume. That's gonna give us the okay. We're gonna do outdoor classes. That's our goal at least. So hopefully I get a confirmation this week and I can let you guys know come start of August that we're gonna practice Taekwondo outdoors. You won't have to wear a mask, we'll be social distance, but it'll be just a fun outside class. And yes, I am planning this for UMAC as well. UMAC, we just need to find time in the schedule. It's not necessarily getting a yes, but finding when we can get an instructor outdoors, outside to do it. Right now, I'm only there on Tuesday, so it's difficult for me to do those outdoor classes. But I may do some on Friday or something. And we're working it out. All right, well, I will see you guys next time. I don't see anybody saying bye, and that's okay. If you're watching this after the class, I know that there's a lot of people that watch this later. Feel free to send me your videos as well, or say goodbye via email. That works too. I'll see you guys next time. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye. See you later, Caitlin.
Isabella?